What I want the rest of you to do is I want you to write questions to me in chat. Questions that you would like to ask Mia. This question, I'll make sure you get points in Class Dojo. So write the best question you can to me in chat. Okay, we ready? Mia?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Mia's homework science.
Which is what? What's your science homework? What is it?
Find a new home for a rabbit.
Okay, what type of rabbit?
White rabbit.
Okay.
The animal that I choose is a rabbit. They eat carrots. A rabbit lives in Mexico jungle. Rabbits live in group called colonies in underground where wrens are heard. The precipitation of Mexico is 1,000
millimeters.
millimeters. The temperature out there is 17
degrees Celsius.
degrees Celsius. The climate out there is rainy and dry.
Yes.
The climate out there is rainy and dry. Mexico belongs to the tropical zone.
Mia, I don't understand any of this. So first thing you need to do is choose where the animal lives, right? Talk about where the animal lives, then find a new home for the animal. I'm confused if you did that. So Mia, where does the rabbit come from? Where does it live now?
Out of Mexico jungle.
Okay, so where could it move to? You didn't give any suggestions. You just spoke about the Mexican jungle, and that's it, which is not the idea of the project. Mia, you kind of missed the point there completely. Okay, great. Huey, you're next. Okay, Huey, you ready?
Finding a suitable new home for a cheetah.
Excellent.
I choose a cheetah. A cheetah they live in Sahara Desert in Africa. The Sahara Desert is on the tropical zone. The weather is very hot in Sahara Desert. The temperature is about 60
degrees Celsius.
60 Celsius. The precipitation is about 3 inches. I researched to find a new home for cheetah. Area, USA, India,
Algeria, 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 Libya.
Libya, Sudan.
Cool.
Precipitation.
Now let's just talk about the country you chose and why.
A new suitable home for cheetah is
Libya.
conclusion. So the best new home for cheetah is Libya.
Okay, why Libya? Why Libya?
It is Libya because because Sahara Desert is hot and Libya is the hottest of all 5 countries.
Okay, fine. And Lewis, do you agree with Dewey? So what country did she choose to move the cheetah to?
I just see the facts.
Okay, well then you weren't paying attention. Eddie, what country did she choose to move the cheetah to?
Do we choose? No. Do we choose?
Okay. Shanghai, what country did we choose?
I think you choose a Libya because the precipitation is almost the same and the temperature is almost the same.
Cool, good job, well done. Okay, Shanghai, you're next. Okay, Shanghai, you ready?
Yes,
Let's go.
finding a suitable new home for a panda. The animal I chose was a panda. They live in forest in South China. It was cool in the forest. They eat bamboo and leaf. The climate is in forest of South China. The temperature is 12 degrees Celsius. The climate zone is a temperate zone. Places are researched to find a new home for a panda. China, Mexico, Brazil.
Okay.
A new suitable home for a panda would be Mexico. To
Okay.
conclude,
Okay, Shanghai, why Mexico?
because Mexico is the most closely precipitation to China, and it is temperate zone, and the temperature is almost China. But Brazil is hotter a little bit, so I choose Mexico.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. To the conclusion, okay? So that when you write your conclusion, you are writing why you're choosing Mexico. The point of the conclusion is to say why. Why are you choosing Mexico? So, Kui Kang, do you agree with Kwang Hai?
Maybe yes.
Why?
Wait a I can't hear you.
Okay, but you can see what's on the table. So what country did he choose to move the panda to?
Argentina, China, and
No, look at the page. Look on the screen. So there's 3 places. There's China, Mexico, and Brazil. Which one did he choose?
China.
No, Panda is in China. Kang, yesterday you were walking around. Today you're not paying that much attention. Not impressed. Aling, what country did Shanghai choose?
Mexico.
Okay, why did he choose Mexico?
Because the temperature is near to China.
Yeah, cool. And Susie, do you think he's right?
Yes.
Why? Why is he right?
Because China, because the precipitation is a little bit like China, and they both temperate zone.
Cool. Yeah, good job, Susie. Well done. That's excellent. Okay, Aling, you are the last one, I think. Unless I missed anyone. I don't think so. Aling. Okay. Yay, dancing polar bear. I like it. Okay, Zaling, you ready?
My animal is polar bear.
Okay, so what are you going to do with polar bears? What's the project about?
Find new home for it.
Yes, perfect. Cool. Okay, keep going.
My animal is polar bear. Polar bear live in Arctic. The climate is cold and cool. The temperature is under minus 35 degrees to minus 37 degrees. The precipitation is 400 millimeters.
Mhm.
The climate zone is polar zone.
There you go.
The Arctic is cold. The climate is cold and cool. The polar bear live in Athens. The polar bear eats fish. The polar bear habitat need cold and ice.
Oh. Ooh, okay. So just tell me some places that you looked at, okay? So I looked at.
Canada temperature is Canada temperature is
15 degrees.
15 degrees. Canada precipitation is 800 millimeters. Canada climate is cold and hot. Canada climate zone is polar zone.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you looked at Russia, Norway, and Greenland, yes? Cool, good job. So which one did you choose?
Greenland.
Greenland. Okay. Where do you say that? Okay, so here, in my conclusion, I believe where the place cold and ice is that place for the polar bear. So where is that, Zaling? What place that you looked at is that?
Greenland.
In Greenland, okay. So you need to say that, okay? You need to say Greenland is a place. Okay, that's okay. Mia, what did Zaling say the climate for the Arctic zone was like?
She said
It was what? Okay. Eddie, what did Zaling say the climate was like for the Arctic?
The climate is cold and cool.
Yes, good job. Noob, what country did she choose to move the polar bear to? Noob, what country did she choose to move the polar bear to? Oh dear. Lei Kang, what country did she choose?
She chose the country that the place cold and ice.
Okay, but what did she say when I asked her what country did she choose? She chose which one?
She chose
Who was listening to what she said? She chose Greenland. She chose Greenland. Pay attention. Not good. Not good. Okay, that is everyone. Good job. Definitely, Lewis. I thought yours was excellent. It was really, really good. Good job to everyone else. Please make sure you're listening and paying attention. From now on, if I'm asking you a question, I expect you to give me answers straight away. Even if you say, I don't know, you can still say, I don't know. It shows you're listening to me. But if someone else is talking, you need to make sure that you are paying attention to them when they're talking as well. Because a lot of you are not listening. That stops. So you pay attention at all times. I ask you a question, I call your name. I want you to answer me straight away. Make myself clear? Okay. So for your homework, I asked you to look at the lesson check and lesson roundup. Go away, go away, go away. Let's go through that right now. So we had question number one. Question number one, like all those other questions that we always see before, long question, but if you break the question down into smaller, 1 and 2, answer the questions like this, it will be easier. So, Steve, what did you write for question number 1, please? Steve, let's go.
Steve.
This is my
turn on
point.
Camera.
I literally just said this. If I call your name, on straight away, answer straight away. None of this waiting around.
Steve ơi, con ở đấy không?
Steve, not there. Right. Kick him out. Put him in the waiting room. Waiting room. Bye. See you later. Lei Kang, what's your answer?
I will choose the National Zoo in Washington because in there the people in that zoo will protect them and for them all the things they need.
Okay. And look at the second part. Why would putting them somewhere other than a temperate or coastal zone, why would that
At first, I chose Sahara Desert because the location will not be agreed because desert don't have water for blue penguin to catch fish.
yeah, perfect. Good job. Well done. Kiwi, what did you write?
I choose South Africa. South Africa has sun, so the blue penguin can live in. It's also near the ocean. In that way, blue penguin can catch fish. But in the Iceland, the blue penguin cannot survive. This penguin lives in sand, but Iceland don't have sand. Although in the water, it has fish, but it was too cold.
Okay, fair enough. And Kang, what did you write?
All right.
Question number one. Kang, read your answer, please. Let's go. Steve, put your camera on. I've sent you 2 chat messages. I have to say it again now. You get 5 seconds, or I'm going to kick you out again. Good stuff. Kang, read your answer, please. Or just don't have your book not prepared. Great stuff. Susie. Susie, read your answer, please.
I relocate.
Susie, you're on mute.
I will relocate the blue penguins in a place that is warm, cool, and in a temperate zone.
Okay.
So it will not be too cold or too dry. But if you find that it's the polar zone, it will be too cold. And if it's in the tropical zone, it will be too hot for the.
Yes, cool. Okay. Eddie, what do penguins eat?
The blue penguins need.
What do they eat? What do they eat?
They eat small animals, maybe fish and
Oh, they eat fish. Yes, perfect. No. Where do the blue penguins sleep? Where do they sleep? Where do they make their house?
What can you say again? Is so loud.
Where do blue penguins sleep? Where do they make their house? In the picture.
Cave.
Not in a cave, on a rock, in rocks, right? The blue penguins, you're to answer this question, and you're to think about answering this question. You go, okay, well, look, there's question 1, question 2. Let's answer question 1. So describe the features of the place you would move them to. So first of all, I would move them to a temperate climate. And I would move them to the coast. So temperate climate and the coast. Because at the coast, they can get fish, and they can sleep in their little rock houses, and they can survive. And it's temperate because it's not too hot, not too cold. So question 2, identify what reasons other locations would not be good for the blue penguin. Steve, why would other locations that are not temperate climate be bad for penguin?
Can you say again my internet?
Yes. Identify reasons that other locations would not work as a new habitat for the penguins. Right here. If you moved a penguin to somewhere that was not the temperate zone, would the penguin survive? Would the penguin survive? No, okay. Zaling, would the penguin survive if you brought it to a different climate zone?
I will survive.
So if you bring the penguin to the blue penguin to the polar zone, will it be okay?
Not okay,
Why?
because they cannot survive in it, and the temperature is too cold.
Perfect, yes. Mia, if I bring a penguin to the tropical zone, will the penguin be able to survive? If you ask me to say again, I'm going to kick you.
I agree.
You agree. Will it be able to survive? You agree. It's a question, yes or no question.
Yes.
Yes, what? It will be able to survive. Not really paying much attention now, are we? Lei Kang, will the penguin survive in a tropical climate?
Yes.
Yes. Why? You sure? So if I bring a penguin to the jungle or the desert, you think the penguin's going to be okay?
No.
No. What's going to happen?
The penguin will die.
Okay, so if you moved it to another climate zone,
But I think the blue penguin live in the tropical zone.
that lives in the temperate zone. So if you move it to another climate zone, it could be too hot or too cold. So if you move the penguin from the temperate zone to the tropical zone, it could be too hot. If you move it from the temperate zone to the polar zone, it could be too cold. And then we would have no more penguin. We would have some dinner. Yummy, yummy penguin. Okay. Go, next question. You are in a forest with cold winters, cool summers, and a lot of snow. What climate zone are you in, Lewis?
You are in a polar zone.
Yeah, polar zone. Good job. It's the polar zone. This one, polar zone, polar zone, polar zone. Excellent. Cool. Thank you. Okay, help me with this one, please. There are similar patterns of temperature and what? Kiwi.
There are similar patterns of temperature and precipitation to most of the climate zone.
Perfect. Precipitation. Precipitation. Good job, Ryan. Can't spell it. So all of you, there are two main things, temperature and precipitation. They are the two main factors for any climate. Whenever I ask you, describe the climate, I want you always to talk about the temperature, if it's hot or if it's cold, and the precipitation, if it's wet or if it's dry. I'm going to prove that to you now. So, precipitation. Climate zones are usually warmer climate zones are usually closer to the what, Kong Hai?
Equator.
Equator, yes, equator. Good job. And colder, closer to the what, Kui Kang?
The poles.
Poles, yes, good job. Good stuff. So again, these are the main factors. The closer you are to the equator, what is that? Lion. Colder and closer to the pole. Exactly. Good job. Okay. On next page. In the spring, the weather is cool. There's some rain. By summer, the temperatures are much higher. There's little rain. When fall comes, the temperature cools off. There's some rain. Winter is very cold, and there is usually some snow on the ground. What climate zone does this describe? Susie.
No.
Yum,
The
yum.
climate zone just this one is a temperate zone.
Yes, good job. Temperate zone. Excellent. Temperate zone. So help me describe these. So the tropical zone. What's the temperature and precipitation like in the tropical zone? Teddy.
The temperature in the tropical zone. The climate is hot and
What's the precipitation like?
wet.
Wet. Good job. Okay. Polar zone. Noob. Yes, the polar zone. What's the climate like? Is it hot or cold?
Cold.
Okay. And is there a lot of precipitation or not a lot of precipitation?
Lot of.
Okay. No. Mia, the climate for a polar zone is what?
The climate for polar zone is cold and snowy.
Cold and snowy. We say cold and dry. Okay, cold and dry. If anyone ever asks you, here's a fun question. You can tell me, what is the name of the biggest desert in the world? What's the name of the biggest desert in the world? Anyone know?
Sahara.
No. Nope. Not the Sahara. It's a trick question. Largest desert in the world is Antarctica. Antarctica is a snowy desert. A desert is described as a place that has very little amounts of rainfall. I think it's less than whatever else, or less than a certain amount of precipitation. So Antarctica is the largest desert in the world.
Why it has no white cold desert?
Because a desert is described as, so a desert equals a place with very little precipitation. Very little precipitation. So Antarctica has very little precipitation. Even when it does precipitate, it snows. So again, you do not get that much. Technically, Antarctica is a desert and it is the largest in the world. How do we describe the temperate zone? Steve.
The temperate zone is hot and dry.
No.
Hot and wet.
No. Okay. We use this word mild and the temperate zone is mild and what? Mild and what? Spicy? Chocolate? No. Mild and wet. Okay. Again, tropical zone is hot and wet. Polar zone. Cold and dry. Temperate zone, mild and wet. Okay, cool. Okay, how is the tropical zone different than the temperate zone? That's where are we? No. Which did you pick for this question?
I pick B and D.
B and D. B. Yes, they're correct. Anything else? Yeah, what do you think? E. Tropical zones are only in jungles. Not true. The deserts as well. Right? There's deserts there. Tropical zones receive rain most of the year. Kind of. C and E are kind of up in the air. If you wrote B and D, I'd be happy enough. Okay, choose the correct answer below. An unusual warming of the tropical area of the Pacific Ocean can cause flooding in some areas and droughts in others. What is this? Yes, Susie.
That's El Nino.
El Nino. Yeah, good job. El Nino. Great. Okay. How long we have left? 2 minutes. Okay. So for your homework, I want you to complete. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one as well. Oh, there we go. For your homework, I want you to complete page 487. So that's page 487, question A, B, and C. So 487, A, B, C. Right? A, B, and C. So your homework, page 487, questions A, B, and C. Anybody have any questions now? So in the first one, okay, what you have to do is look at the table, identify the climate type. So you need to look at the temperature and the precipitation. Figure out if it's hot or if it's cold. Look at spring, summer, fall, and winter, and try to decide which seasons are showing which type of weather. And from that, you can then understand what type of climate zone it is. Okay, so take your time, try to understand it. I did the same one 2 times. Oops. Okay, need to fix that. So A, B, and C on page 487. Does anybody have any questions before we finish today? No. Really good jobs in your presentations, guys. Well done to everyone for getting them done, for getting them complete. We will do more this year, so be prepared to do them again and again and again and again. Okay. Bye-bye. See you there. Have a good day.